I've lived in this quiet little corner of Frisco, Texas for almost 5 years now. And let me tell you, nothing, absolutely nothing, ever happens here. That's why, when my phone buzzed on my nightstand at 2:37 in the morning, my heart just about leaped out of my chest. We get them a lot, little masked bandits trying to get into the trash cans. There was a person standing on my porch. They were just standing there, perfectly still. It was a tall, slender figure, their features obscured by the shadows and the low-resolution camera. They were facing my front door, not moving a muscle. It was so unnerving. Who stands on someone's porch in the middle of the night without moving? Was I about to be part of some terrible news story? I watched, holding my breath, my knuckles white from gripping the phone. I was about to call 911 when a small notification box popped up on the screen, a feature of the security app I'd never seen before. It was an automated tag, a label generated by the system's facial recognition software, the kind of thing that's supposed to identify familiar faces. And inside that little box, superimposed over the figure's head, was a single word, a word that made no sense, a word that made my stomach drop. The word was resident. How could the app identify a complete stranger as me? And now, my bedroom door, which I absolutely knew I had closed and locked before getting into bed, was opening. I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't scream. All I could do was lie there, paralyzed, listening to the sound of soft, shuffling footsteps entering my room. The live feed on my phone was still active. I could see the figure on the porch, and I could hear the footsteps in my bedroom. They weren't on the porch and in my room. They were two different entities. Or were they? My mind was a whirlwind of confusion and terror. The tag resident, what did it mean? Did the camera know something I didn't? Was it not identifying the person, but labeling the event? Was this me? Some version of me, my own doppelganger? The footsteps stopped. Right beside my bed, I could feel a presence looming over me, a cold spot in the air that prickled my skin. Just an empty porch under the pale green glow of the night vision. My breath hitched. Where did it go? Did it leave? Was it ever really there? But the presence beside my bed felt more real than ever. I was too scared to see what was standing there. Summoning every ounce of courage I had, I decided to make a move. I looked down at my hand, the one that had touched the wet spot on the floor. There was a dark, sticky substance smeared across my palm. I flicked on the bathroom light, my eyes squinting against the sudden brightness. It wasn't water, it was mud, and mixed in with the mud were bits of grass and leaves. The kind of debris you'd get from walking through a freshly watered lawn, like my front lawn. My phone was still on the bed. I had dropped it in my panic. I was cut off. I crept out, my every sense on high alert. I picked up my phone, the screen was cracked. I checked the Doorbell app's event history. But it wasn't me, it was wrong. The eyes were hollow, empty. The expression was blank, devoid of any life. It was a perfect copy, a soulless replica. I live in Frisco, Texas. It's a quiet town, but not for me. Not anymore. Every time my phone buzzes with a motion alert, my heart stops. Stay safe out there.